what happens in a community when we polarize, or when some decision has to get made, or when an incident happens. We go from being sort of our everyday lives, where we go in and out of different relationships. You and I might sing in the choir together and have kids that play soccer together, and we might share different parts of our lives, and we do that well when we're, thriving and in a sort of dynamic community. Some decision happens. Where are we going to build the new school? Or it could be an election, or an incident happens in the town that sort of begins to put us into different camps. You're pro-charter school and I'm anti-charter school. Having the playground be built, in this area, whatever it is. And then we start to get into these camps. Okay, that's fine. Around, election time, we're getting into our camps right now. We put yard signs up. That's part of democracy. We promote certain ideas. And then hopefully we make the decision, and then we go back to being in relationship with each other. But what happens is we tend to minimize the differences within our group. Like, all of us agree with this, right? And they all agree with that. If you're in a group of your friends and you're all talking about the other party, and you might say, actually, I really agree with that other candidate on side. That's a hard thing to say within a group of like-minded people, right? There's a pull to be the same. If you don't manage that difference well, you begin to go further up your polarization, and you begin to think of each other as opponents. And we've gone now from opponents to enemies. I mean, Pew and all the other research organizations will say that people now think of each other as enemies. And we've lost the ability to go back down to the community level, where you and I might, still shop at the same store, or sing in the same choir, or take our kids to the same parties, or whatever it is. And what happens to the rest of people, so only the loudest voices are left standing, and everybody else says, this is too toxic. I'm out of here. I just can't deal with this. And they just stop showing up to things. And the only people left are the people that are the loudest and most polarized. And so then now what do you do about it is the question. How do you bring people back down into the many parts and many identities and many beliefs that they share, so that you can re-knit that community together?